Michael says that I'm sitting here
framing of the
smugly
story.
judging her. Shut up, Michael. Michael, shut. Won't you? You're being a little smug there for someone who's on the side of a house somewhere with birds.
Don't get it. Don't get the wrong idea. What happened here is in his consciousness, something about he learned something about the way this world works. Something that all the mystics have tried to tell us for all time, which is everything's okay. Trust. Now, it made it seem like I'm God in that. That was just like an anthropomorphism. It was just like me playing that role. But
Sure.
the thing that happened, the experience, okay, the experience, not something that somebody told him, okay, but he was really there. And really, do you know how much courage it takes to tell for one grown man to tell another grown man, I'm scared? This grown man whose wife has a gun at his house and has never told me I'm scared.
I can't get over that. That's where I've been stuck this whole time.
This man is a scared expert. He knows scared like
said nothing about
back of his hand.
Now he's saying I'm scared. Look, that's a huge experience of whoa, everything.
He didn't leave his kids at home, did he?
Yes, he
ship them to.
My question is this, Michael: how does going and having any sort of treatment gonna help that you've got a murderous, crazy lady at home with your children? Like that. Well, did he send her? Did she also get doped up somewhere?
She realized she was right.
Right? But what did he's like, you know what? I realized she's right.
Right. Those kids.
Like, what happened? What was the resolution to that? Because the real problem is his wife is crazy. She has like postpartum depression or something.
Postpartum.
Post. Squared, cubed.
In a relationship, the real issue is when people, no matter what the issue is, there's two people that can't communicate. And so in this situation, the issue was that there was some question about some infidelity. She wasn't able to get over it. He wasn't able to talk to her in a way that helped her get over it. It was a fucking mess.
Shit. But you're gonna kill them. That's a whole other thing. That's scary.
That is so scary.
Well, I mean,
I can tell you, I would not be going to Costa Rica for drugs.
No,
if that happened to me. No. I would be, kids, get in the car. We're leaving now. We'd be searing across the state. There'd be a fucking Amber Alert for my car. I'd be getting out of my car, beating the shit out of someone in another car, taking their car, getting my kids in there, going, your mother's a crazy bitch. She told me she's gonna kill you. And they go,
she showed me the gun.
Yeah, she showed me the gun. She had bullets with their names on them.
Taylor, do you have any kids?
No.
So you don't know what you're talking about. Kyle, do you have any kids?
I have 4. I would take them and I'd get away with them. You know, like, look, if my wife told me that she was thinking about killing me and our 4 children, I might kill her. Honestly, if she said that, but I would definitely go to the authorities and put a stop to it however I could. Because I can't let the kids die. I care about them too much.
I think we're getting off the point.
3 of them.
The point is everybody's got different ways of dealing with things. And
did the LSD fix it? Did the mushrooms fix it?
In this guy's case, it was a delicate situation, man. Like,
did it get
mushrooms fix it?
Like, did they get it broken off and everything with no violence? No.
Dude, you guys are kind of making fun, but like,
I want to know what happened. You told me the guy's wife is going to kill him and his kids, and he came to you to do mushrooms in another country, and you're telling me that's the right thing, and I'm saying, okay, so how did it end up? And I'm wondering if there's dead kids in the end of the story.
You probably wouldn't have told the story if that part happened.
I just don't get the feeling that you guys are taking or like believing the story or something. It sounds like you're making fun of me, but
no, I believe the story. It's ridiculous though.
Okay, well, anyway, now they're together, and it sounds anticlimactic because of all the ridicule. But this is real life, man. There are real people who do things that, as you sit there in your chair smugly fucking judging them, they're real people who don't know what to do about situations.
Well, this woman, an idiot, man. You described craziness.
This woman who was
married to him is going to agree with
this Asian woman.
Is that what the police?
This way of seeing the world that is very humiliating to her if she's cheated on. Then she threatens the thing that she can only do to get his attention. And for you to be so smug and to laugh it off, these are real.
I'd rather be smug than a mother who threatens the lives of her children. Well, I think one's better than the other. You don't have to
be one or the other.
You're defending the child killer.
I'm not defending anyone. I'm telling you this is the way people are. I'm not suggesting that anyone's right. I'm suggesting that you let people be who they are and recognize that this is the way
if who someone is threatening to kill their children, you can't let that someone be. That husband didn't let it be. He took the task to go and try and remap his thinking to try and handle it, right?
I think you guys are missing the point. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just telling the story wrong. What I'm trying to tell you is that these are emotional things that people say.
Sure.
Am I trying to say that the children's lives are in danger? I have no idea. I'm just telling you that this is what the situation was. And if you get fixated on this one bit where
it's a big bit.
Might have been something that she said in fucking anger. I'm just telling you that that's the way.
Saying that I hate you in anger is so much different than saying you're going to kill your children in anger.
Woody, let me run this. Let me catch you up real quick.
Roger that.
One of Michael's patients came to him because his wife told him, "I have a gun hidden in the house. I plan to kill you, all 3 children." So he hooked up with Michael, and they went to Costa Rica and left the kids with her. And it all worked out. And Michael says that I'm sitting here smugly judging her. Shut up, Michael. Michael, won't you? You're being a little smug there for someone who's on the side of a house somewhere with birds calling and dogs barking. I heard a stranger walk by a minute ago. Don't be rude to me and cut me off. I let you trail on for 3 fucking, I don't know how many stories of nonsense. All I said was, this sounds like a terrible human being. And if my wife threatened my children, she wouldn't be my wife anymore. And that's not a crazy thing or coming from a smug place. That's a normal thing coming from a sane place.
It does sound like she needed some help to reset, right? Like,
no, she didn't do the drugs. He left her with the kids and he did drugs.
I did follow what I was saying, but she was the one who was off her rocker. It sounds like she wasn't. She needed to be committed. Yeah. Before she made a terrible decision. You think?
I do.
Yeah, I think so. Like if someone's threatening that to their children.
But I don't
think you can. Yeah.
And she got over it. Like, why did that work?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, was he making her crazy? Did him leaving make her rethink where she was?
I think he had cheated on her. And she was Asian, so that was extra bad.
Oh, I didn't know anything about that. And did they live happily ever after? Did they put it back together, or did they get a divorce and get that right? Michael?
Actually, they're still married.
They're still married.
They have, for everything you can tell, much better relationship, and they seem to be doing great.
I think there's a little luck involved on this, right?
Yeah.
If she was losing her mind,
like up at the top left where it shows the recording time, and I'm like, God damn it, Kyle, we're like 46 minutes in, and you guys are fighting about something.
He didn't think No, I don't believe he's done. He didn't think I believed him for some reason about that story about that.
Yeah, that was out. I didn't think
so. He told the story to us while you were gone about the lady threatening to kill the children, and she had the gun in the house hidden. And I thought she was the one who went to him for treatment. And then he's like, no, the husband. I'm like, wait, so he came to you years later and sought treatment, or like after the fact? Like, no, he left the kids there with the death threat hanging over them, and left the country and came with me. And I was shocked by that, like, happening. And he took that as me thinking he was lying. But
right. But what actually happened is you thought that the guy's
I thought the man was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes.
But not that Michael was a liar. That wasn't where you was.
I didn't think that until he brought it up 3 times. He was like, it's like you don't think it's true. It's like you try to poke holes in my story. And no, not at all. I want you to tell me more about the situation and why that.
You know what was surprising?
That was a good idea.
Surprising is that the conversation was better after the fight.
Yeah.
Like unironically better.
I am,
like literally better.
You know, I don't subscribe to that get ego thing. I embrace my ego, and I am the reason that
he called me smug, and he called me smug, and I ticked a little. He's like, you sit there in your chair. We're all
Did he say those words?
Yeah, you sit there in your chair, all smug, judging this. And I'm just like, man, you're
sitting there in your fucking chair with your goddamn headphones in your nose, with your fucking smug teeth.
He seemed like a pretty sincere guy to me, and I was really sympathetic to his.
Man, that guy went through one of the worst,
the saddest story of all time. Like, the most traumatic thing to go through and ever. Like, if that was pitched for the beginning, if that was pitched for like the beginning of a movie, it would literally. I was gonna make a joke when he said it early on and be like, dude, that is literally unbelievably sad. Like it would get turned down in a writer's room for being like, no one endures this level of 364 days of pregnant.
Yeah,
like that's heartbreaking. To even be able to go on that.
I wonder how long the period. Yeah, he said that. How long from the car crash to the LSD trip? Did we get a vibe for that period of time?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I thought maybe
we didn't learn how often he takes it.
Oh, we did every single day. Like that was someone say that every single day.
Well, microdose. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I microdose though. You know, like constantly microdosing is my guess. He wouldn't answer. That was funny to me. Woody was like, so how much you do him up? He goes on about being a sovereign citizen or something. That's not what he really said, but something silly. And then so how many times a month?
Wait, hold on. I don't want to forget this idea. Can we book a show where we get him and that prison guy?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and honestly, and I want to see if we can get to where all three of us are off screen at the same time. it's just those two.
And then, but we don't come back until the crew breaks up.
It's just like, I'm going to tell you this. You need to be doing LSD. And he's like, I was robbing a bank once. And he's like, really? That's fascinating. How'd you rob that bank? My daughter programs cell phones for a living, and she's only 6 years old. Her name's Susan.
And then the other guy speaks up, and he's like, I'd like to make this movie. I produce movies. And so the drug guy says, that's great. You're a movie producer. What do you do? Oh, and he goes on for like 5 minutes inexplicably. And the drug guy somehow understands every fucking word and just nods sagely while that would be a good show. Those three together, nobody.